Somebody's gonna be a happy camper this springtime. Look at that. 106. 106 on the hour meter. Let's see if I can start it without choking it. Gotta choke it. Let it even out. I just swapped out their fuel filter. The idle started off low because I swapped out the fuel filter. Just did a full service on it. Brand new air filter. But you can hear now it's done evened out. .5 Briggs and Stratton. Licensed to John Deere, but it's a Briggs and Stratton. Cut it up to full throttle. That's full throttle right there. And of course, when you want to engage your blades, John Deere recommends you cut it down to half throttle. And then go ahead and hit that PTO. Once your blades have been engaged, back to full throttle. Manual gas gauge. Adjustable seat with no tears. Upgraded LED lights. That ain't factory, baby. Go ahead, cut these lights on. LED. I'm out in Your service reminder right here with the service intervals. Check out them LEDs. LED action. LED action there. Take this out, clean the lens, but I didn't feel like going in like that. The Husqvarnas are a little bit harder to take the whole headlight out. And then you fucking go. Go ahead and throttle it down. Always want to throttle down before you cut your equipment off. But yeah, that's the JD D110. All tires hold air. Riding in the passenger seat now. Just saw the sweetest lowrider truck. I am so not into lowriders. Shout out to people that are. I just can't get with it. Is that the new toy? Nah, this is the new rescue. I told y'all what I be doing. I'm a rescue. Now this shit right here, what you looking at, did not look like this when I picked it up yesterday. I went to go pick it up in the pouring rain because it was a damn good price. I only had 2 pictures to go off of, but I rolled the dice and I'm glad I did. And then too, it was only like 30 minutes down the street. So when I woke up, I came out here, I pressure washed it, cleaned it all up, installed the new LED headlights, did the oil change, cleaned off the bagger, cleaned off the seat. The seat was nasty. Now it looked like something. Went ahead, pressure washed the wheels, the tires, greased all the spindles, greased the front axle. Then went ahead, wiped it down with some Armor Oil Ultra Shine wipes, and the shit looked like new. When I picked it up, when I drained the oil was black. That was the worst oil I'd ever seen in any piece of equipment I ever picked up in my life. That includes the skid steer. The oil in this, and like 1.5, like not even 1.5, like 1.2 quarts just squirted out. Shit was fucking ridiculous. So I don't know what the previous owner was doing for the past 100 hours on this, but it damn sure wasn't changing the oil. So guys, if you out there, you got a lawn tractor, change that fucking oil. Alright, that's not magic oil. They could just go hundreds and hundreds of hours. You're supposed to change it according to the interval for Husqvarna every 50 hours. On this, I haven't even looked. But you're supposed to just change. I change my shit when I do have it, like every 20 hours. And John Deere makes it easy because Husqvarna has that petcock valve that's tight and sitting right up there on the frame, so when you pull it out, the oil leak all over the frame. On this one, you see it has a tube, and this drain tube sticks out well beyond the frame, and you could just go ahead, pop this out like so, and go ahead and let it drain into the pan. Yeah, it got the short back. It ain't nothing but a D110. It's the D series, 100 series. It's by no means top of the line. But for somebody who's budgeting, and it's a 42-inch deck too. So for somebody who's budgeting, they got like half an acre, if that. It's mostly flat. And yeah, this is the type of lawnmower for you. Because a lot of people get discouraged looking at prices for lawn tractors, especially with John Deere. When they see the price of the X series, they'll look at an X300 with the 42-inch deck and be like, damn, they want like $3,500 new for one. People selling those used for like $2,800. This right here, I'm letting go for $1,200. Oh yeah, did I mention I put a new engine air filter in there too? Yeah, brand new engine air filter. What's the profit? I ain't gonna talk about that, but I'm letting this go for $1,200. When I get a good deal, I give good deals right back with the double bin bagger and everything. Sweat. That's just how the fuck it is out here. But yeah, I still gotta put air in the tires because the tires are doing, all tires hold air, but I can tell they're not at the correct pressure because when I went to load it on the trailer, it kept getting hung up on the hinge. So that's why when I do ride out with my trailer, I always carry a 2x4 so I can set that tongue jack of the trailer on there and raise the tongue a good 2 inches max. That way it'll give me the correct angle for my trailer ramps to go ahead and get anything up there smooth sailing without getting caught up on the hinges or that severe angle at the top where the trailer starts and the trailer gate ends. Load it up, bring it home, inflate the tires, good money. No leak, strong transmission or hydrostatic motor, I should say. Yeah, 1200. Little old man, don't be asking about profits on this channel. This is not what this is. You got it for 700, didn't you? Absolutely not. Don't be trying to figure me out. What up, Odar, aka best friend? Y'all can see I done erected like 4 columns since the last time I've been live to this wood wall. Y'all like how I call them columns now? Yeah, straight column. I ain't even gonna tell you what each column is worth, because this is not what the fuck I do. What's up, Jessica? Hurricane Sheena, what up with you? I still got them big girls over there. I haven't really had time to go ahead and split them up. But the big girls need my attention. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and get with that today. It's just been raining like crazy. Then I got some more cooking wood over there I gotta go ahead and take care of. And Thaddeus and Esmeralda running around here happy with bellies full. I had to intervene. They were looking kind of hungry and janky and mangy and fleety and ticky and dangerous and rabid. Oh yeah, I still got some wood in the back of the gator I gotta put up too. But yeah, towards the end of this wall, you see I only got this section right here left. That's it. Just this section right here. So yeah. Wow, 5 inches of snow. Must be nice. Yeah. I'm glad. I'll gladly buy it for 1200. You deliver it to Florida? No. LBGB. What up, Barfo 281? Yeah, I ain't talking about nothing. Because I ain't out here doing nothing. You got your CDL? Hell no. Hell no. And I feel like you trying to call me out. Absolutely. Hell no, I do not have my CDL. And I feel like you trying to call me out and poke fun of me because I've been feeling guilty this whole time about not having a CDL. And that's one of the things I wanted to do and one of the things my dad wanted me to get done because he got his CDL. My uncles got their CDL. My uncle got a nephew that got his CDL. I come from a long line of CDL owners. And I don't got one. Has anyone seen the video of the man who went swimming in the tank? Niggas out here swimming in tanks. You see the black Israelite tunnels in New York. Shout out to the black Israelites of New York. Mechanic is adjacent. Keep in the family. Yeah, but I'm supposed to have my CDL by now. I don't see myself getting it in the foreseeable future, but yeah, that's something I'm supposed to have. I was supposed to been had that. By the time I'm ready to upgrade to a 1-ton with a gross combined vehicle trailer weight over 26,000, I'll be ready to get my CDL. So I won't get fucked over by DOT or none of that weird shit. But right now, no, I don't need that shit. That'll just be another expense. I'm forklift certified though. Yeah, I'm out here forklift certified. For whatever that's worth. BG is king of the normie Israelites. Yeah, I like the black Hebrew Israelites. They gonna talk they shit to you. Shit, everybody else talking they shit. People online arguing and debating all fucking day. At least they do the shit to your face. People walk by, Jewish people, a group of Jews just walk the fuck by. Yo, right there. Yo, come here. Jeremiah, give me Ezekiel 28:10 right now. And God of all said that the white Jews are a scourge among the face of the earth. All right, stop right there. White group of Jews, you heard that. All right, did you hear that? All right, give me Deuteronomy. Yeah, they be going the fuck in. They gonna hit you with all types of shit. You guys see the new Wu-Tang show? It's pretty. I seen that like 2 years ago. I loved it. Because I didn't grow up on Wu-Tang. So when I was looking at it, I feel like I had missed a whole era in hip-hop, but it was more than an era in hip-hop. I like how all the stories... Yo, shout out to RZA. RZA, he be doing his thing. He's a hell of a producer, too. And I like how he pulled all them guys together from different areas, some of which were beefing. Then he had his cousin, Old Dirty Bastard, and them, but Raekwon the Chef and Ghostface Killer were from different projects on Staten Island. They was beefing. He brought them niggas together. It was like, yo, from the manager, got his brother Divine involved. Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. I liked it. One of my best friends is Jewish. He's always talking shit against Israel. Yeah. Shout out to the black Hebrew Israelites, though. Yeah, we saw that. I watched that with my wife, matter of fact. She was more hip on Wu-Tang than I was. She knew they songs. She was singing. I was like, damn, I don't even know that shit. But then, I just didn't grow up on Wu-Tang. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put BG just grew up on Sade. I didn't even really grow up on Sade. Like I heard Sade here and there, but I can't say I grew up on Sade. I grew up on Bone Thugs and Harmony, 666 Mafia, 8 Ball, MJG, Fat Pat, Screwed Up Click. Um, I distinctly remember the Mike Jones era. Um, Cash Money, um, Juvenile, Lil Wayne, Hot Boys, and then whatever old school songs my people was listening to. We didn't come to think of it, we really didn't even listen to New York hip hop. For real, to be honest. Everybody we listened to was down south. Yeah, Pastor Troy, Pimp C, Goody Mob. Yeah, Outkast came later. But Outkast, I remember Outkast and them, they came out with that I was like, how old was I? I was like 13 when Outkast came out with the whole purple ribbon shit. With the kryptonite. That shit was hot. I was there for the speaker box and the Love Below. Straight press play bangers. Fuck you mean? And R. Kelly. Niggas grew up on R. Kelly. Nah, no Nas. No Nas. I seen the Illmatic shit, but no Nas. Nas wasn't really on our radar till he dissed Jay-Z. And then everybody was on Nas. When he dropped Ether, it was on when you was in the car riding. I don't even know how they let that shit play on the radio. But then again, Jay-Z wasn't as powerful as he is now. But yeah, that shit was on the radio. All you heard was after the commercial break, all you heard was "Then fuck Jay-Z." Of course, they bleeped it out. They was like, "Dog, you been on my dick, nigga. You love my style. Fuck Jay-Z. I fuck with your soul like ether. Teach you the king you know. You not God, son, across the belly. I prove you lost already." He was like, "Oh shit. He talking about Jay-Z like that?" I was like, "Yes, huh?" Then after that, everybody was a Nas fan all of a sudden. That was back in like 2002. But if you kept up with hip hop like that, or you from up north, then you been on that shit. We just weren't. And then too, in the area I was from, all we listened to for real was go-go music. Cause that's that DC shit. DC, Maryland, Virginia, shit straight go-go. Backyard band, reaction band. So we ain't really get all that hip hop shit for real. Unless it was down south. Or unless it was go-go. We had our own music. Because we played in our own bands and listened to ourselves. This is how we do it. Montel Jordan. Yeah, shout out to Montel Jordan. He did a DJ Vlad interview too. That shit was pretty good. He still sound like that too. Montel Jordan, he sound like how he do on the radio. With just acapella. He just busts out a song like that. He can really sing. He was talking about how he grew up in the church. They usually all do. All of them do. How his early influences were Anita Baker, Woo Woo Woo, Sade, XYZ. Yeah. I was surprised in the Wu-Tang show they didn't mention the group Grave Diggers. They probably wouldn't because they wanted to keep it focused on Wu-Tang. So I guess you can't put all the content you want to put in there. So some executive decisions were made. They didn't mention a lot, but some executive decisions were made, and certain things were cut out just to give you the full overall story. I was just happy RZA was actually involved in it. As a matter of fact, he was the executive producer. So you get somebody who actually started Wu-Tang making the show. It's not like the Lifetime stories where it's, Whitney Houston. Um, None of her people had anything to do with the Whitney Houston biopic. Nigga, the Wu-Tang shit, yeah, that's really the head Wu-Tang, the guy that brought everybody together, all 9 of them. Yeah, that's him making it. And then you got he went on Vlad TV. He had issues with it. He was like, fuck RZA. But they homies and shit. Like they could talk shit about each other, but you can't really talk shit about them. Like even Method Man was on that type of shit. He was like, nah, that's my brother, but like he just did some things he know. I like how they handled their own shit. But yeah, shout out to You God, Method Man, Raekwon the Chef. Shout out to Divine. Shout out to Inspector Deck. Shout out to Jizza, RZA. Shout out to Priest, and shout out to Old Dirty Bastard. That's why Old Dirty Bastard in the show, they was like, why they call you Bastard? He was like, cause my style got no father. And then You God did the interview. He was like, oh please, that nigga got his style from what's the nigga name? Not Bobby Brown. Yeah, You God said he got his style from James Brown. And then when you listen to him and you be like, yeah, I can see it. What up, Hot One? Hot One in the building. I was watching Hot Ones the other day, ready to take the challenge. I was like, I can pass. All them hot wings. With the dude, I don't know what his name is. I was like, hell yeah, I'll pass. I seen Idris Elba do this shit. I was like, I can do it. You know them UK people, they don't eat spice like that. They can't take all that heat. They food bland as fuck in the UK. So he was trying to eat spicy wings and he was crying and shit. I was like, I do this shit. Michael Cera did the best on there. There was a lot of people that went on there and was crying. I found one of the bottles in Walmart. I bought that shit. And that shit was nastily spicy. I don't know how people do that. And then it was expensive. Fucking outrageous. It was like $12 for a little baby bottle. The bottle was baby as hell. Shit was like $12. And then it tasted like absolute dog butt. I was like, how the fuck do you just put this? How you waste wings by putting this bullshit on here? It wasn't in the same bracket as white sauce, but it was pretty bad. It was, I wouldn't, yeah, it was bad. But I guess that's the whole point. When you get to a certain point in the challenge where the wings stop tasting like wings and just start tasting like hot, to the point where if you lick your lips, they burn. Anything you lick your tongue, you lick the roof of your mouth, that shit burn. The more you talk, the more you cough, your eyes water because your system is overloaded. You try to drink milk, but that shit don't work. You drink water, but it make it worse. Niggas brought, one dude brought tomato juice on there. That shit did not help. I think, what's her name? Margot Robbie, I think she did her. She brought ice cream up there or something. That shit did not help. I know what to bring though. I could do it. Did you see the Jews in the tunnel? I did not see Jews in tunnels. I don't know if this is a joke or I don't know what that is. Or if that, I don't know why Jews would be in tunnels. I don't really care about Jews. Shout out the Jews. Yeah, but and shout out the tunnels. You know, I just don't care. Coconut, mango, habanero, that's delicious. I don't know hot one. That sounds offensive. I don't like how coconut is just in there with mango only to get slapped by a habanero. That sounds like a clash of flavors on your palate. Some people like it. You know, some people like it. They got caught digging a massive tunnel system in New York City. The fuck were they digging a tunnel for? What the fuck were they what was the goal? What was the point? There's no place like home. That's exactly how I feel. Dorothy was right. When she clicked her heels 3 times, it said, "There is no place like home. There is no place like home. There is no place like home." I was like, hell yeah. And you were there. And you were there. And you too, Toto. Toto was there too. Shout out to Toto. Alright, I got 1 more second left. It was a 50-foot length, 2 feet high. You're really on this tunnel business. What the fuck were they bringing in drugs? I don't know. Shout out to the Jews. Was it something nefarious going on? I mean, I just assumed public opinion and just there's automatically something nefarious going on when a bunch of Jews are digging a tunnel. It was between Jewish buildings. Uh-huh. Sounds like we can get Detective Batman on the case. That's something Batman could solve in base form with no prep time. Shout out to Batman. Batman, thank God you're here. We have Jews digging a tunnel to other Jewish buildings. I'll figure it out. There's no need to sound the alarm. It's wet in Maine today. It been raining like crazy here. That's why the ground wet as hell. Hell yeah. Got a whole lot of mud. Have you seen the Batman with Robert Pattinson? I have, and I kind of liked it. And I kind of like Lenny Kravitz's daughter playing the Catwoman person, or whoever the fuck she played. I saw it and I didn't, it was pretty decent. I like how it wasn't over the top. I like the Batmobile. It was like a regular fucking vehicle. It was a V8. Shit was old school. It was way better than the souped up shit Ben Affleck was driving through the streets. This shit, it was something you could see a vigilante driving in real life. It was hella relatable. Yeah, I mean, I can't really. Yeah, I'm not even. I'd have to watch it again to really pick it apart. But when I watched it, I was pleasantly surprised. I thought, because it's Robert Pattinson, but not only did he do a good job as Batman, I think he did a good job as Bruce Wayne too. And there's a lot of actors that have played Batman that have sucked as Bruce Wayne. And some actors that played a good Bruce Wayne and sucked as Batman. Is good. The best is Keaton's Batman. I would have, just me personally, I would have to go with I like Christian Bale's Batman. And I think Christian Bale is a talented actor. I like Keaton too, but it was some aspect. Keaton was how do you say it? Though maybe the movies he was in, they were just cheesy as hell. But I think I definitely gotta go with Christian Bale on that. Michael Keaton's Batman had nipples on the suit too, didn't it? Yeah, I ain't even. Yeah. I definitely do not like Ben Affleck as Batman. Absolutely not. I think Ben Affleck played a better Daredevil. Yeah, he shouldn't have even been considered for the Batman role. That's terrible. And Zack Snyder tried to make the shit work, but absolutely it's just Ben Affleck. You can't blame that on bad writing. You can't put that on the director. Fuck no, that's on Ben Affleck. Absolutely no. No. Absolutely not. It was Benz who had nipples? Oh, who I say? Keaton had nipples on the suit? Oh, okay. Well, Ben Affleck had nipples. That just adds to my anti-Ben Affleck is Batman rant. He had nipples on the suit. I get a lot of this shit mixed up. There's been a lot of them, so bear with me. And I don't read comics. I'm not a fucking dork. All right? Absolutely not. Christian and Reign of Fire was good. I watched that movie, but it was very forgettable. Wasn't that the one with the dragons and shit? I think one of Christian Bale's best movies was Equilibrium with Taye Diggs. And I really liked the storyline and plot of that movie. I mean, people mostly remember him from his American Psycho role, but I think Equilibrium was a good one. Christian Bale been in some shitter movies too, though. Batwoman TV series, I haven't even watched it. I'm gonna tell you that I saw Batwoman show up in the what's the shit called? In the during Flashpoint, when we were watching Flash, the TV series, it got like 9 seasons to it. And Batwoman showed up, and I was like, oh hell no. Nope, not watching that shit. Shout out to Barry Allen. Where Lil O'Main at? I seen y'all homie on Benjamin beefing with the Indian folk, ain't he? I tapped in for no reason to that shit the other day. It was like, my gosh, nothing gets past this nigga. Goodness. I was going to say on Jim Bob channel. Hey, he got them Indians after him, ain't they? I seen that shit. I think, yeah, just to have a mature opinion about comedy in general with bad jokes and bad takes, I think, you know, I think there's value in pushback on bad jokes and pushback when you perform a joke in front of an audience and it bombed, because a lot of comedians consider comedy to be a craft. And when you have a craft, that means there's something you got to work at, and the goal should be to perfect it. I think you do a disservice to comedy when you tell a joke and it not only bombs, but it does piss off a whole bunch of people, and you use that to be an MO, and then you go on screen saying that you're a comedian. I can say whatever. I really don't think comedians can say whatever the fuck they want. I think comedians should be held responsible in the court of public opinion by what they say, because if they were funny, the people or group they were talking about would be laughing with them, not at them or up in arms towards them with pitchforks. And you know you're a good comedian when you can tell that joke that's supposed to be offensive and it doesn't really offend, but it inspires change or it inspires laughter. But when you just double down on your I'm a comedian, I should be able to say anything I want, and it's just a joke, I think that does do a disservice to comedy, because as that being your craft, it's supposed to be something that you hone to the point where you get more laughs than you do upset, angry mobs. And that's the check and balance for a comedian. Because if comedians could just say anything, and then when they get pushback, they could just say, I'm a comedian, then there's no risk. And when there's no risk involved, there's no reward. So what is the glory for having a good joke? And who's to discern between comedians when anybody can open their mouth and say anything at any given point for any reason? And when it doesn't work out, they can fall back on the title comedian. You see what I'm saying? It's like you damage the brand. Not only your brand, but you just shit on all great comedians who understand this and capitalize on it. You shit on all comedians who know how to work the crowd, work the audience. Not only that, but they understand where they are, what demographic they have in front of them, how to word things. Your wordplay is important. Insert certain words here, take certain words out there in order to pull the joke off. But when you could just say, yeah, Indians eat cow poop patties to a bunch of Indians, yeah, that shit not funny. That means you didn't pull off the joke, and you will be held accountable. And I like that. I like that. I like that. I guess that's my mature take of the day. All right, I got one more question left. But who said that? Owen? Yeah. He was going to fuck in on Indians, and he was upset at Indians for not laughing at his joke. So then he responded with, "I'm a comedian." And they were like, "No, you're not fucking funny." Basically, from what I gather from the Reddit, just from the outside looking in. But there's a lot of groups like that. Like, a lot of white people pride themselves on not being not being offended easily. But if you got a comedian who comes to a white only show, I'm using the air quotes here, the white only show, and just does some jokes, and they take it a certain way, I guarantee you they walk out and they're like, "Nah, he's anti-white." Now that's gonna be the next big talk of him. You gonna have a whole town or a community of people get together and rally behind just trashing the comedian who came to town because they felt like he was on some anti-white shit. So it's like you gonna have a whole bunch of groups that do this shit because people are clannish by nature, whether or not they understand it or not. It's just a certain way. It's not what you do, it's just how you do it. And as a comedian, the how you do it is one of the most important parts of the job. You can't just say shit for the sake of saying shit, and then when people you saying shit about take offense to it, fall back on, "I'm a comedian," then you devalue comedy. So I think there's a lesson to be learned by so-called comedians from situations like that. And the goal should be to be better. But that's not often the case because a lot of people it's just people that want to say what they want to say. One minute they don't give a fuck about free speech because they ban anybody who says anything in their chat. The next minute, "I've been kicked off 1,000,000 platforms. I've been done this. I've been kicked off that," while on the platforms. So it's just something to be said about that. That's all. Why be better when you could be chosen? Shout out to the chosen, and shout out to the Black Hebrew Israelites. If BG had free-range chickens, they all would be brown from mud. The tractor said that. They would. They'd be brown as hell back here. They would already look like perfectly cooked dino nuggets. And when you set the oven to 400 and you let that shit actually preheat, a lot of guys don't let shit preheat about the oven. Soon as they cut that bitch on, that bitch will be at 1 degree. Them dino nuggets are going in on that aluminum foil, on that cookie sheet. That shit going right the fuck in there. Nah, when you actually let the oven preheat and you look at the temperature, that bitch say 400 or 350, and then you put the shit in there, it makes a world of difference concerning texture. And when you got a good texture going, I'm gonna have to say that the taste is gonna be a little bit better than when you don't have a good texture going. Let the oven preheat, all right? I'm telling you to do this, but I don't even do it. But it just sounds good, so bear with me here. That's why toaster ovens are better. They preheat in less time, but dino nuggets are goy slop. How did, don't ever, Zach the Dread, don't you ever in your life come for dino nuggets. Don't come for those Tyson chicken nuggets neither. In the frozen section at Walmart neither. Those are off limits. You can talk about everything else. Talk about seed oils. Come for my fucking dino nuggets. Eat them with the sauce that O'Darn sent me. The shit that tastes like marinara. I got a lot of it left, by the way. That was a big ass bottle. I don't know when the fuck I'm gonna finish that bottle. If Black Hebrew Israelites was the only representation of Islam, it would be a more viable religion. If Black Hebrew Israelites was the only representation of Islam. BG wife make the best chocolate chip cookies ever. She does. Way better than Toll House. Yeah, shout out to the Tunnel Jews. You tried a black sheep sauce yet, BG? The black sheep sauce? I haven't. The last one I had was that I finished was the slap sauce. I got black sheep sauce. I opened the A1 sauce type sauce. What was it? I forget what it's called, but it's like an A1 sauce. I was thinking it was like on some barbecue type time, but it's A1, and I really don't eat steak like that. So it's just open and on the refrigerator door, and it's bothering me because I don't know when I'm gonna finish that bottle, and I'm weird like that. But I haven't opened no more sauces. Yeah, the country bars. That's what it is. It's like an A1 sauce. I don't even do steak like that. Toss what you don't like. Man, I'm not going to toss it. It's not like that. Damn. The white sauce I toss, yes, but you don't just toss something that somebody sent you like talking about. Hell no. Yeah, that white sauce was straight paper plate. Trash. Shit, the paper plate status. Shit go right in the trash. BG, you should have given that white sauce to someone who likes pork. That shit don't even go on pork. Y'all forget, I used to eat pork. And I know enough about pork to know that that shit do not belong on pork neither. That shit don't belong on pork, backstrap, Deere, pork rind, chip. We used chicken gravy on steak the other day. It was fantastic. Yeah, that can be good. I can see that. Oh, I can taste that. That is good. Yes, yes, yes. I like that. hmm The white sauce is probably good on Indian food. I ain't even gonna say I'm not really a fan of Indian food though. A lot of people like it. They like all the spices and curry and all that other shit. But I ain't really a fan of. I'm not a fan of Indian food. I prefer Caribbean cuisine. I prefer oxtail, curry goat, rice, plantains. Get you some jerk chicken going on. There's no way I would just opt for Indian food when there's Caribbean cuisine nearby. That's just not happening. Give me Indian food. Name one Indian dish. Name one Indian food that that is good. That off the top of the dome. Without Googling it, like how I just went through the Caribbean shit. Yeah, name me some Indian shit. Butter chicken? Butter chick, that sound like a southern, that sound like some shit a stay-at-home mom will feed you in Georgia. Curry chicken? No, that's just too universal for it to just be Indian food or to just nah. Give me tiki marsala. Oh darn! I feel like you had to look that up. No one just keeps tiki marsala on cap like that. You did that is not off the top. Butter chicken is a staple. Man, the stay-at-home moms in Georgia will feed you that. I'm not buying it. Indian food is basically like Mexican food. It's the same ingredients made 1,000 different ways. Yeah, I prefer Mexican food. I love Mexican food. I love El Salvadorian food. I love pupusas. I like pupusas. That shit is straight El Salvadorian. You're not gonna get that shit nowhere else. You gonna be if you walk into the uh Taco Lucas and you say tacos, they gonna look at you like, ¿qué? ¿Qué? Nah, nigga, it's El Salvadorian, pupusas, and a whole bunch of other stuff. In Mexico, they got other shit going on. They got they slight you with the carne asada, shake the spoon on the asada. They be like, let me get a carne asada. You just go in El Pollo Loco and order the 12 and 2. Let me get the number 12. Let me get the number 2 with a lemonade. Yeah. They do not have pupusas. Falafel. 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 Damn, my wife made that like a month ago. These little, they were frozen though. She got them from the organic, from the moms and shit. In the oven. She be making falafel. She eat that shit. I don't eat that shit. Is the gyro Indian food? Is that Greek? I think Greek. Yeah, I can't name you now one Indian dish Y'all love Indian food so much, but can't name not one certified Indian dish. That should be on the top of your dome, like Caribbean or Jamaican, jerk chicken, Mexico, taco, El Salvador, pupusa, French, French toast. I don't even think that's French. I think France, croissant, UK, hash browns, um, Ireland, potatoes. Uh, yeah, Ireland potato au gratin. Uh, America, McDonald's. It should be on cap just like that. When you say Indian, the people like, I don't know, he don't know. Y'all just want to say y'all like their food and don't know what the fuck to like about it. I gotta try it now. I was making a joke with no knowledge. I do that shit all the time. Always make jokes with no knowledge. Yeah, the Jamaican beef patty. Everybody know that. Nan, BG. I know more Thai dishes than I do Indian dishes. Sticky rice. Thailand. You want sticky rice? You go to Thailand. They love sticky rice out there. China, General Tso's chicken, orange chicken, Wu Sun Young fat, Peking duck. Japan, sushi. France, escargot. Egg foo young, China. Korean, I don't fucking know. Peking duck. Straight China. That shit straight Chinese. I spent all morning puking from a stomach bug. The food talk is bad timing. Yeah, you know. Yeah. It could, yeah, you know. The Philippines, anything moving. Ooh, Zach, what did you eat? Indian food. Fuck you mean? That way he got the stomach. He ate Indian food. All that spice and all that Lalazo overloaded his system. I think it's just a bug going around. He definitely got coronavirus. I definitely wouldn't talk to him, little old man. Peking duck. I had steak and potatoes for dinner. So did wife, and she is like, "Nah, you got coronavirus. I already diagnosed you." Yeah, that's it. Lay it down. Lay it down. Go ahead, lay it down. Bro had rare steak. Yeah. I'm just a lot of they sing the gospel of rare steak. A lot of people will tell you that's the only way to eat steak. I just can't because I'm just too hip on parasites. I'm trying. Like you'll see some wild shit. You work at a butcher shop. Like that's all I'm saying. Like there's some of that shit And they gonna tell like the extra rare shit. They gonna be like, that's not blood, that's myoglobin, which is true, but that shit's still nasty as fuck, son. Like that shit just looks so unappealing. That does not speak to me. That is nothing. There is nothing telling me I'm gonna have a divine experience by eating that shit right there. That shit just come with the shit just souped up. That nope, not at all. Then they hit you with the beef tapeworm, bro, 30 feet in your lower intestine. Like, where the fuck is 30 feet at? But that's what the fuck it does. Nope. I don't want shit rare. I don't even eat steak. I like my sushi with tapeworms, gives it zing. Shout out to tapeworms. I'm not even gonna go there though, cause Zach the Dre got a tummy ache. His little tummy hurting, so I ain't even gonna talk about tapeworms and everything else. Muscle worms, round worms. I ain't gonna do that. I know y'all seen that Lifetime channel series called Infected, where the woman, the cat lady, got scratched by the cat, and it gave her a fucking worm, and that shit was just. Because you know, you got animals, they be walking through feces and shit. Like when they scratch you, certain shit can enter your bloodstream. Like they could directly infect you with some bullshit. Yeah, and that shit was moving around in her eye. I said, oh fuck no. Fuck no. This bitch giving an interview for the Lifetime. I said, bitch, you need to be somewhere at the hospital. That shit is swimming through your iris. That shit right there in your cornea retina, and you just sitting here giving a polite interview. You can see it wriggling around in there. Oh, hell no. That shit done made its way to your eyeball. When you look at her, the parasite looking back at you. Fuck no. Hell no. War pig, what is that? I don't know what the war pigs are. I'm buffering. Well, that's because my connection is probably bad, and if you try to speak on it again, I'll have you banned for life. It was called Hot Yin. Shout out to Hot Yin. Shout out to Tyrone Strawberry too. Shout out to Freedom Inc. and that back quarter acre to 10 acres he got that I plan on camping on unauthorized. He won't even know I'm there like shit. It's popping. On the back. Hell yeah. People be like, what's your bug out plan? I be like, shit, and make my way to somebody else's land and just live in the part that they've never explored. Fuck, I'm gonna buy land if I could just live on someone else's land and just without them even knowing it. Have a whole community built up by the time they find out I'm back there. They had kids, my children's children. I done put all types of anchor babies on your property. I done had this anchor baby. I got grandkids now. You find out about us on the back quarter acre, you can't get rid of us. Fuck you going. We already building. I done had kids, they were born here. This they home, this all they know. All they know is your property. Fuck, I'm gonna buy land for. Are your kids born complete with dreads, little mini ones? Hell no, dreads something you got to work at naturally. It's not nothing you got to work at, but your body just does it naturally. You don't even have to really twist it or lock it or try to do something or have somebody crochet it. This shit just happened. There's a historical, spiritual significance to dreadlocks or locks, as certain people call them. And it's kind of been devalued by the current fashion statement of people with dreadlocks. But it's still there nonetheless. It just takes time. When you let your hair, when you do that to your hair, it take time. It don't just lock up overnight. That shit take at least a solid year to fully lock, to the point where you can't comb it out. You can wash your hair. That shit don't unravel. It's just like that now. That's just how it grow, and then you got that new growth. That shit becomes so matted, it just dread up. Do they call that hair? I mean, a lot of y'all make fun of it, but y'all wouldn't have said that shit to John the Baptist. He was a Nazarite. So you already know he had natty dreads. I don't give a fuck what you want to envision them looking like. His shit was matted the fuck up, uncut, unkept. Probably had like 3-4 of them bitches. Probably looked like one of them Florida niggas. Just eating locust and honey. Shout out to John the Baptist, aka Yochanan. He had it bad. His cousin was the Messiah. And King Herod, his wife was on some bullshit, and the daughter had a birthday. Woo. What you want? I want John the Baptist's head on a platter. And that's what the fuck they went and did. They cut that man's head off. He was waiting for an opportunity to go ahead and get rid of him. And then that's why, you already know, he gave the decree, was like, woo. Any son born between here and here, they checked the DMV records, etc. They was like, yo, kill the baby boys and shit, back on some Egypt shit. That's when they was like, the Messiah, he fled to Africa, while that bullshit was going on and popped back up. But yeah, anyway, shout out to John the Baptist. Yeah, you already know. Shout out to Nimrod, too. Nimrod was him. Nimrod was that guy. His wife, Semiramis, they call her, she was on one apparently. But Nimrod, yeah, he was solid. He just liked to conquer shit. Ain't wasn't nothing to it. He just conquered shit. Shout out to Genesis chapter 10. You can read about the lineages that descended from Noah. Just straight Ham, Shem, and Japheth. Shout out to Ham, Shem, and Japheth. And since we shouting out triplets, shout out to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Shout out to them niggas too. So. Shout out to Daniel too. That nigga was having visions like he was on a bad acid trip. This nigga had the bad acid trip visions. Shout out to Tsar Nicholas. Is that the one that got killed by the Bolsheviks? The Bolsheviks were not playing. They clapped that man's daughter. They ain't give a fuck how young she was. They clapped the daughter, the little boy, the wife, the nanny, the wet nurse. They clapped the wet nurse. Goodness gracious. Everybody got it. I mean, according to history, that is. Goodness gracious. That boy, he got it bad too. My goodness. I'd have hated to be. That's why they say heavy is the head that wear the crown. They coming for you. It ain't no let's find out who's in power and Democrat, Republican, right wing, left. Nah, nigga, it's him. You call yourself king? That shit was a hell of a burden. Him. You had people swear fealty to you and say that you got their sword for life, and then them same people will stab you in the back for a chance at perceived power, not understanding that that shit is just a hell of a responsibility. Because when anything go wrong, it's you. There is no conglomerate of people. There is no shadow government. Nigga, you. Tsar Nicholas. You. No one else. You. There is no Congress. There's not none of this. There's no senators. Nah, him. Kill him. He did this. It's his fault. We go hungry, it's him. Ain't no corporations to blame. Me, I for one, would not want to be king. Fuck no. YOLO moved to British Columbia and thank me. Shout out to British Columbia. Shout out to British Columbia. Oh, no, I can't even do that. Y'all don't got no oak trees out there. Oh, no, you don't have no oak trees. No, what are we going to do? We got to burn spruce. We got to burn spruce. Nah, I can't even shout out British Columbia. I take that back. Y'all got like 3 oak trees up there. And they're called Gary Oaks. Seriously, look up Gary Oak. That shit in Canada don't got no fucking oaks. It's like, you know, it's Gary Oak. This shit real weird. They got oak trees, motherfucker. Shout out to British Columbia, man. Shout out to BG's beautiful wife. Lance Vet, I hope you find you a beautiful woman who toes you can suck indefinitely. You sound like you just need someone at this point. Long when you find somebody who toes you can suck, I'll be happy for you. I know you're my scribe and all, but you need someone. My goodness, you need someone. Goodness gracious. Yes, Alberta is nice. Low taxes too. Shout out to Alberta. They got maples, sipping that syrup. Yeah, they do have maples, but you know, you know, it's not hard maple. They sugar maple population been on a decline. All they got is silver maple and Japanese maple out there. They ain't got. I keep in mind I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about too. This shit just. But yeah, they don't got no fucking hard maples up there. All they got is soft maple. LOL, we know. As long as you know, I'll continue to go off then. Yeah, Canada don't got no hard maple trees. And the best maple syrup come from Vermont and New Hampshire. I don't even know why Canada got the leaf insignia on the flag. It should have been a crown. Yeah, they need to take that maple leaf off and put a crown on there. Shit, ain't nothing wrong with being loyal to the crown though. Just own this shit. Aunt Jemima maple. Shout out to Aunt Jemima and them. Quebec produces the most maple syrup worldwide. Shout out to Quebec. I love Quebec because I like that Q. I like that Q-U-E. I like the Q-U-E. I like saying Quebec. That shit is just extremely French for some reason. I don't know. But notice how I said Vermont and New Hampshire has the best maple syrup, not produce the most. I don't give a fuck who makes the most. A comedian can make the most jokes, but he's not funny. You know, you get the picture. Quebec is French. Shout out to the Cajun folk. Shout out to Acadia. Shout out to the Haitians for making the Louisiana Purchase possible. Shout out to the Haitians for going hard at the French and beating back Napoleon and them and bankrupting the banks of France, so much so to the point where the French Empire had to sell their land to America because Louisiana and Arkansas and all that shit, then fucking Mississippi, all that shit going all the way on up to Canada, that shit was considered to be the French Empire of the West. But they had to sell that shit because they needed money. They was like, nah, nigga, we down bad right now. We need money. Then America was like, bet, nigga, we'll buy it, nigga. Whoa. Next thing you know, that shit called America now. That shit just... Shit used to be called Acadia, but... Shout out to Nova Scotia, too. Best city in Kansas. Yeah, I like Quebec. You ever been to redwoods? That wood is furry like a muppet. Shout out to these ducks or geese. I don't know what the fuck they are. They just talk like that. All right, guys, I think we get the point. We hear you. You can cut it out now. All right, I got two more questions. Look like rain clouds. Maybe just a little bit. Thank you for moving that camera around. BG Lance Vet, go suck your woman toes, man. Go suck on her toes and thank her for paying you any mind at all. My goodness. You got some you gonna have some men out there, they have nothing else to offer in life at all to a woman except to suck her toes. What can you do? I can suck your toes. I suck toes. I suck toes. It ain't worth nothing else. All right, I'll take three more questions. And then I gotta head across town and pick up a Dixie Chopper Magnum. Possibly. I might. I'm just not into Dixie Chopper. Aesthetically, it doesn't do nothing for me. Like I'm not moved. I never seen a Dixie Chopper and was like, oh damn, I need one of those. Nah, not You fixing that one up too and flipping it? Hell no, I ain't doing nothing. And I already spoke on it. I ain't doing nothing with nothing. Everything you see here is a green screen. I had a bad acid trip, just looked at a burl wood table for hours, saw hell and demons. Imagine the experience that Daniel had. If you think that's bad. Who even said that? You should go read the book of Daniel. You'll like it. If you like bad acid trips, you'll like the book of Daniel in the Bible. It's right in there. Goes over the angels. Who was talking to him? What angel was it? Gabriel? Because he referenced Michael. He was like, all right, I got to go help Michael. We about to go ahead and shoot the fade with so-and-so. So I'm going to leave you with this vision of the four beasts coming out the four corners of the earth. Woo, whoop, whoop-de-woo-woo. The first beast got this head that looked like this. The head of one side of his head, a hippo. The other side, an eagle. The other side is Black Panther. The other side, that shit got the dragon that Daenerys Targaryen rode into battle, Russell Rose, and then you got the second beast gonna have some leopard-like features and shit. It's just the look on Daniel's face while all this was going on. The fucking classes of angels, the one with all the eyes all over its fucking body, the other one with the four-cornered wings with the wheels that could just move in unrealistic and unnatural motions through the sky, and fucking just the angel, the demon angel looking thingy. If you like bad acid trips, go read the book of Revelation. The book of Revelation is for you. Where my mushroom people at? Go read the book of Revelation. John of Patmos was tripping. He was in the cell tripping balls. Shout out to John of Patmos. Yochanan. Cause that's how you say John, they Yochanan. You know, they anglicized, they Grecian, they Hellenized, it's just John now. But it's Yochanan. He was in the cell tripping balls. I said the mushroom people are like this. I read Revelation the other day, was like, hell yeah, my mushroom people need to read this. Revelation had a whole new class, bro. The angels do not play. I don't know. People like, oh, the angels sent from heaven, and they think, oh, my guardian angel. I mean, all that's true. You know, say, 1 Peter 2:9, will keep you up. At least you dash your foot against a stone. 72,000 angels. That's all well and good. But this angel that came out the bottomless pit, and he wasn't a demon. Yeah, this nigga was all the way with the shit. He commanded an army of flying scorpions with armored breastplates. They had like chain link sleeves and were ready for battle, and they had stingers on their back. Just all the way with this shit. Just the sent from heaven. BG is a fallen angel from the bottomless pit. He wasn't nothing about that said he was a fallen angel. People put a whole bunch of stock in fallen angels. It's the angels, the regular angels you need to worry about. All that fallen angel shit, and people all hyped over the fucking giants and the fucking the 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 half hybrid giant angel mixed babies from the Kabbalah and the Book of Enoch. Nah, nigga, the regular angels. Scary, extremely scary. Sent from heaven. The one angel that is said in the book of Revelation to appear and just peel back a seal and a giant earthquake going to sweep over there. Scary. That is not a fallen angel. The angel that's going to blow the trumpet. Scary. That nigga up there practicing right now blowing that trumpet. Go read the book of Revelation. You be like, hell yeah, he can't wait to blow this trumpet and get shit popping. Hell yeah. It's time. Real shit. Scary. All right, I got like 2 questions left. It's getting darker and darker and darker and cold ass Virginia. Shout out to Virginia. You know I can't go a broadcast without shouting out Virginia. All you people in these different countries that may be watching me, you can't say you've came to the U.S. and experienced it without coming to Virginia and eating a pot pie here. You gotta come to Virginia before you could just go back to your home country. Like, oh, I've experienced America, I've been to America. No, you haven't. You ain't touched foot in Virginia. All right then. I guess I'm not from the U.S. then. Hell no. You in California. That's Mexico. Hell no. Not in America. Going to California is not what I consider to be an American experience. Absolutely not. Virginia. Ooh, 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 ooh. I got one more question. BG is moving to California? Absolutely not. Yeah, shout out to Thaddeus and Esmeralda. And shout out to Abaddon, or in the Greek tongue, Apollyon, the angel of the bottomless pit, that commands an army of flying scorpions with battle armor on for some fucking reason. Fucking, fucking the angel of death. Did y'all not read Exodus? Where the fucking, that's why they was like, hell yeah, go ahead and slaughter this lamb and paint the blood of that slaughtered lamb on your door so that the angel can pass and won't kill your firstborn son. You got the angel of death. Man, hold up. The Most High got nothing but heavy hitters on his squad. And y'all sitting here worried about fucking UFO and fucking giants and fallen angels and demons. That wasn't the demon that killed the firstborn of the Egyptians. Nah, nigga, that was God. Niggas just coming down in clouds of fire and showing up like what's cracking. Man, they get shit popping. I need to make a whole nother movie. God's Goon Squad, bro. He got nothing but hitters. Straight hitters. Nimrod is making a whole nother movie. I'll make a whole nother movie. Straight hitters. Like, think about it. Like, the homie got nothing but heavy hitters on his squad. Shit crazy. And they really bout that action, too. I got one more question, man. I'm going to get up out of here. Did I start this thing up for you guys? That's why y'all need to mess with me and go ahead and fuck going to Lowe's. You need to go ahead and purchase your lawn tractor from me. Can I get this down? You can see my selfie stick in the shadow right there. There you go. Hi guys. Just a black man with a selfie stick. Hell yeah, I got the selfie stick. You already know that. Look at the deer. Look at the deer. Go ahead and get your thing off then. They put the deer in John Deere. I tell you what. All right, guys, I'm about to get the hell up out of here. Let me stop playing around. I'm out. All right, Stephen David. All right, chaotically neutral. That's a smooth screen name too. That shit smooth, boy. I tell you what. Chaotically neutral. I should have thought of that first. You, Maddie, I'm deleting this. Like almost ASAP too. Yeah, yeah, just for you. I figure that's the least I could do for you. You still haven't responded to Itachi. About what? Why the fuck would I respond to him? Y'all know me. I don't like keeping shit going. That ain't what I do. I'm an equipment guy. All right, Jessica. AKA Hurricane Sheena. I'll get up with y'all later.